Welcome back, my fellow bookworms. Today we're going to look at 3 books that will help us to understand how First Nations people used traditional medicine by using plants and trees and roots to help heal those that were ill. I have 3 books today to share, and as we've been learning about traditional medicines, these books will help reinforce the importance of giving and receiving. The first book I want to share with you is called The Giving Tree, a retelling of a traditional Métis story by Leah Dorion. In The Giving Tree, it talks about this giant maple tree that the Métis people used when traveling a path between 2 towns. And in this giving tree, even though they don't necessarily use a lot of medicines with it, it explains the importance of giving and receiving. So every time that the Métis people would travel the path between the towns, they would stop at this giving tree, at the big maple tree, where they would have a picnic and rest because the road was long. And if they happened to have forgotten something, they could go into the big hole in the tree, and as travelers passed, they would leave things for those who might have forgotten. In this case, it was sugar for their tea. So the family goes in, they find a sugar. But the important part of the lesson in this story is that when you take something, you must give something back in order to help the next set of travelers. We learned about that with the offering of tobacco when our elders went on the medicine walks with us. You offer something before you take something. This is a great story that is told from a point of view of a grandmother to her granddaughter. It is a great story to share. The next story I want to share with you is from the north, and it's called A Walk on the Tundra, and it's by Rebecca Haynu and Anna Ziegler. A Walk on the Tundra is a more contemporary book set in today. And it's about a little girl who is up before all of her friends and incredibly bored. So her grandmother takes her on a walk through the tundra, and there grandma teaches her about all the different plants that grow in the tundra that they use for food, that they would use for medicines. And the little girl gains so much knowledge based on the fact that there isn't as much vegetation up north as there is that you would find in the plains down here in southern Saskatchewan, but that it does still offer so many wonderful qualities for healing. So this is a great little book about the importance of the land for the people today. The final book is called Relatives with Roots, and this book is also by Leah Dorion. And it's a story about Métis women's connections to the land. And in this story, a grandmother takes her granddaughter on a walk, and through the story, or through the journey, the grandmother explains about all the different plants and the importance that they have to their people, and healing and keeping them alive, and just the importance of how they used the plants, but also gave back to the earth when they used the plants. So for your final project, if you chose medicine as your path, you have 3 great books to choose from in doing your review. So you have the choice of The Giving Tree, Walk on the Tundra, and Relatives with Roots. I certainly hope that even though you might only choose one of the stories, that you will go back and look at all of them once you are finished, because each one offers a very new perspective on how the plants and trees and roots offered support to the First Nations people when they were ill or hungry. Thanks. See you guys later.